all about the money. It's not all about the money, Jay. As we are now in our late 30s and going into 40, is it truth to it, or is it more of a myth?
I gotta say yes, no. It's like 90%. It's about 90% about the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, 10% is gonna be your happiness and what you do with it. And I think with the it's not all about the money. Ties in very strongly with the does money make you happy, or money can't buy happiness? It's one of those things.
No, it definitely can't buy happiness. But,
you know what I mean? But but when
it says not,
well, that's almost the same thing with it's not all about the money. Well, definitely you go into different situations. A job where your job is not all about the money. You want to find something you like to do, but that your job's primary the reason you're there is for money and for compensation. But it also ties very closely with that buying happiness. But most of the things that make you happy usually cost money in some form or fashion. You know what I mean? Or like food costs money. Like you can't really be happy if you're starving.
Right.
So you want to you like to travel? Yeah, you don't need money for that. You know what I mean? You like a certain amount of clothes, you're gonna need money for that. You want a house, air conditioner, car, that's gonna cost you money. You know what I mean? You like to fix cars. Fixing cars makes you happy, or you gotta have money. You gotta have a car to get it fixed, or to work on it. You know what I mean? You know, or unless that's your passion, working on other people's cars and things like that. So that's how I feel about definitely whether does the money mean. I'm sorry, it's not all about the money. What do you say?
What I'm gonna say is, for me, my happiness is not predicated around money. But what I would tell anybody is, I never heard anybody work at a job and whenever you get paid by monthly or 2 weeks, when that day comes, if your money don't come, they'll say, oh, it's fine. It's not about the money. I just love working here. Let that check not come and see what happens.
What about that love? Where that love go?
Everything costs. People say that like it's the weirdest thing if somebody says it's not about the money. I have to ask them, what do you mean by that? It ain't about happiness or a feeling. I'm talking about financing something or logistically taking care of some things, and it costs money. The more things you take on, it costs money. Yep. You want to own a house, it costs money. You want the new car, it costs money.
You want to help people. You want to minister.
Yeah, and that's the thing as a culture. We can't, most of the people, we only can reach out so far because we don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody asks you for help. Dude, I'm only making so much. I don't have the money to give you, somebody say, hey, man, you be hearing entertainers say, man, so-and-so gave me 10 grand. The average person can't give somebody 10 grand liquid cash. Like, here go 10 grand.
Okay.
How many people can just give somebody 10 grand when that's probably a tenth of your salary? You know what I'm saying?
And then you can be in a situation
if you can even get your hands on 10 grand, you know what I'm saying? The average person, we're talking about average people, the average working person. Can you give somebody 10 grand cash and not feel it and not even think about it, like, wait a minute, no. 10 grand is what?
10%. That's if you make 100 G's, right?
Yeah.
And now you want to try to save the animals, you want to feed the homeless, but with no money.
Yeah, no money.
How are you supposed to?
Think about this. You want to go on a nice trip